Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Thursday, the 22nd of May. Starting off with the S&P, where we've had the bond-induced sell-off from just near to the 6,000 level. Already factored in that we would have to test the old March resistance, 5770, as new support, so not really a surprise. And obviously there's also the top of that gap there at 5786 as a notional support area as well. In fact, if we can stay above those 2 points, I actually say that this has been quite a great result given how far we bounced after the tariff rug pull. Moving along to the situation at the Nasdaq, and this market that much further ahead than the S&P, so well above the old March resistance there, 20,300. Same kind of thing really here, this gap there to fill 20,800. And maybe that line of resistance broken at 20,400 potential areas for this market to find support. So one day not quite killing the whole party here, but obviously it is slightly concerning with the key reversal to the downside. Moving on to the stocks, and obviously as these are risers, most of them in a good place. First one is Aether Holdings, and here but not much data, so we're guessing where the top of the channel is, which is one of our favorite games here. Here you can see that that rising trend channel in place since the end of last month. Top of the channel potentially up to $27 by the end of next month, while we remain above the floor of the channel at $12. Another stock on the move and on the rise has been Apollomics, and here we've got a falling trend channel, hopefully a falling trend channel base, closed near the 50-day line. In fact, we closed above the 50-day line at $6.64, and above that looking for the top of that falling trend channel, $9.70, hopefully by the end of next month. Ideally, we stay above recent support on the right side of $5. Moving along to a beautiful looking chart actually coming in the form of CoreWeave, and here another bit of guesswork required. Looking for the top of the channel here as high as $160 plus, hopefully by the end of next month, while we remain above recent resistance around the $87 area. The main attraction here, apart from obviously the way the shares are rising like a homesick angel, is the way that we've got that U-shaped turnaround for the situation, and also unfilled gaps off the low, which is an extra sizzle. Moving along to a situation called Defi development, which we've looked at I think as recently as yesterday. Here it looks as though the shares might actually be able to deliver on the rather steep and ambitious looking rising trend channel there up to $90. Obviously looking for that by the end of next month, but the situation now is that we're hoping the shares will at least remain on the right side of $30 ahead of potential upside, whether it's $60, $80 or $90. Next up is Edible, which we have looked at this week, and here you can see that we've hit the first of our targets there, the top of the trend, the rising trend channel base. So that's around $5. Need to see an end of day close above that to give us the next level up, which would be $9 by the end of next month. Hopefully support comes in here towards the $4 zone, which was the old March resistance, and towards the floor of the latest gap. Another riser is GCL, and here hopefully a rising trend channel base. Gapping up off the floor of the channel and gapping up above a rising 50-day moving average. If we can stay above $2.65 on an end-of-day close basis, which may be a close run thing, we're looking for the top of that channel, hopefully towards $4.50 by the end of next month. Next stock is Hyperscale, and here interesting scenario, a rather wild chart in terms of volatility, etc., but current situation is that we're looking for the shares to try and break that resistance line towards $10. That's the initial target, obviously, while we're above the latest swing low there around the $4.60 mark. So while there's no end-of-day close back below that, we are looking for not only $10, but a break of $10, which could be, or hopefully would be, quite spectacular. Speaking of spectacular, we've got the situation here at Kindly, which where the initial, it's always fun to sort of look at, the initial target here was $5 at the top of that rising trend channel base. Obviously, you can see the shares went ballistic. Current situation is that we are in a potential range here between the floor of the gap around $16 and the recent spike high through 30. any dips towards the floor of that gap currently regarded as an opportunity, but it looks as though with the pre-market at $26, the first target here will be towards that $30 plus zone. And a nice stock to follow up on that one as well at the moment, which is Marwyn. And here you can see that we've got a beautiful breakout through resistance at $8.90. Above that, looking for the top of a rising, notional top of a rising trend channel at just shy of $16, hopefully by the end of this month. But the key here, I think, staying above the $8.90 area. On to the last two. The first one is coming up in the form of Upexi, and here, slightly messy chart, but the message here is that we spiked through the $20 level a few times, come back and basically found support around $9.30. While we're above that, looking for $20 again, hopefully between now and the end of next month. The other positive at the moment is the way the RSI, even on the pullback, has remained above neutral 50, so that does show accumulation interest. Finishing off one of the best stocks of the recent past, or at least the most covered here, which is Zhengye. The problem is that the shares are having a block towards $10, but at least there is support towards the 50-day line, $7.42, and hopefully that will keep on going ahead of a move to the upside, and maybe $12 to $13 by the end of next month. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.